What's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Pulse-exclusive Heralds of Galactus Fallen One and Terrax 2-pack. This is a purchase I was reluctant to make because I already have the Build-A-Figure Terrax. Interested to see how this looks compared to the older one. I may sell this real fast, I may keep it, we'll see. And then the Fallen One right over here, we've seen this body mold a lot, so not a lot of new going on here. Really, not a lot. Anyway, on the side you get product shots of both characters right there. On the back you get more product shots, you can see the accessories. And then on this side you get some nice looking artwork of both of the characters. And then on the top it says Heralds of Galactus. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. But first, if you're trying to get your other Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here are the figures out of the packaging. And to my surprise, there were some things with this Terrax figure I did not expect. Can't say I'm very thrilled about either of these two, but hey, we have them here. Let's get a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at the figures. So here's all the accessories that come with the figures, and unfortunately, we don't have interchangeable hands for Terrax. We just have his Cosmic Axe, which is done better. You could replace it with a different handle if you want to, but it just ports together like that. It does look better. Looking at the original Build-A-Figure version, you don't have any black paint, making the sculpt stand out a little better. But with this one, you do, and it looks much better with that black paint. I do like it. Yeah, so you can see the rivets right here are not all sculpted throughout, and the plastic looks pretty good. Not seeing weird marbling going on over here. I don't know, do you see any? Yeah, it looks pretty solid to me. Oh, down there you could see some. Yeah, at least it happened down there. Do they have any control over that at all whatsoever? I just think I was lucky. But anyway, we get these effects right here, which I love to see when they do variations of it. We have the light translucent blue with some glitter speckled in there, and I think it looks nice. I like that the Fallen One has these. Comes with the set of fisted hands right here, and he also comes with weapon holding hands right here. All of them have a vertical hinge at the wrist. So this Terrax figure is the same as the one we'd gotten before, but with weaker paint apps. I gotta say, this figure is disappointing. I really am not impressed by the new paint apps over here. Comparing it to the original version, you could see that the teeth actually have more detail in there. You still have a whole lot of textured fading and everything going on. This one, it's just not as cool looking to me in my opinion. I am going to sell this figure. Do have a Giant Man Wave giveaway this Thursday on Whatnot, so I hope you guys come through for the show. They have been really fun. You can see on the back right here, the paint apps are a little bit different, so I guess this is more accurate compared to the drop-off of blue right over there. Which, yeah, at least they did this part right. There's a little bit more of a shimmery, glittery effect in the plastic right here. You can see some of it. Tends to glare a lot. They got a bit of it in the paint right over here on the forearms, which I really don't like how this looks. You can see too much gray coming through, and the shadowing effect on the figure doesn't look too great to me either. You can see it's got like this fine cross-hatching kind of pattern, and I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the execution of that. I like how it looks more on the older version. It's got a little bit more of a wash kind of feel. I like this more. I just like the color more on the older one overall. The gold is more vibrant. This one's got a duller, flatter gold. So, yeah, I just like the older figure more. You can see that hatching pattern a little bit more on this bicep side. It's tricky to pick up on the camera. You can see it right there. But it has like this digitized kind of look that I'm not a big fan of. You can see that a little bit maybe on the legs. Right here we have the same pinned legs. At least the creases have some paint apps in there, so that's pretty cool. Same, you know, flatter gold, and then you have almost translucent glittery plastic right here for the boots and the feet right over there as well. You can see that right there on the hands. For some reason, this left hand is super stiff, man. The right hand was able to move up and down just fine, but this one, super stiff. I wish we got interchangeable hands with this figure. Yeah, just to demonstrate again, you can see how, you know, the glove is painted over the gray on this one as well, but yeah, this is a lot more translucent and inconsistent with the newer figure. So I gotta say, my favorite part of the purchase here is this head sculpt. Maybe if I didn't like the head sculpt so much, I maybe wouldn't have bought it. I don't know. I am a sucker for getting new characters on the shelf, so I probably would have still gotten it anyway, but I really like what Hasbro's done here. The white paint apps for the eyes and the teeth on the inside of the mouth all look really good. You don't have them for all those top rows of teeth, but you can see the bottom ones right there. And then the whole glitter effect and the translucent blue hair looks fantastic. I really dig that a lot. Very good execution right over here, I think. Really cool concept and idea. So, yeah, it reminds me of the books, right? Like, I feel like it's fairly accurate to the books. Looks really neat right here. Oh, man, I like that a lot. Very fun to look at. And it has to be very fun to look at because there is nothing else to look at with this figure. I mean, it is a Grim Reaper body mold through and throughout. Nothing changed or different at all whatsoever. Very bland right here. I don't know what they could have done differently. Maybe add some kind of like light blue highlights or something. Just a very bland body mold over here with a dope head sculpt. So to spare us all wasted time, these figures have been released before. You know the articulation, but just to reiterate on the important points. Left hand, very stiff. I had to heat that up just to bend it a little bit, so that was frustrating. Not a problem on the right side, just the left side right here for me. Of course, there is limited waist articulation when you turn it side to... Okay, I'm just realizing right now you can do that. This whole time, I've always turned the waist of the figure right here, but I guess you could just turn the lower half. I feel like such a dummy, so it took me to get a new figure to realize I could do that. I've always twisted like this and gotten frustrated with that. Holy crap, I feel so dumb. But you can still bend forward, and I detached right over here. But this will peg back into place. Let's do it on camera so that, yeah, there it goes. So it goes right back on there. So you could bend back that much without it popping off and bend forward that much. You do want to be careful with it. I am reselling this figure. It is not a keeper for me. You do get the boot rotation right over here, which I do like. And the shoulders, they move all around and everything. The head joint is on a dumbbell joint right there. So no hinge. Now this one does have the hinge and he stands just fine. Standing okay right there. He has the hinge right here, but with all that extra hair, he can only look up that much, so not much as far as looking up goes. It would have been nice if they had an interchangeable head. He could look up just a tad, though. An interchangeable head with like the hair flailing back behind him would have been really neat to have. You can move down right there, side to side a bit, and some head pivoting. A little bit of minor chewing at the shoulders, but not much, man. So overall, not too bad with the articulation. Now to measure out these two figures, you can see that the Terrax figure stands a little over 8 inches tall, and the Fallen one here stands at about 6.5 inches tall. Then for just a few size comparisons, not too many in this video, you can see the original Build-A-Figure Terrax, and then we have the new one right here. I mean, there's not a huge difference. Excuse me, I'm just a little under the weather today, but yeah, they are very similar. I do prefer the older one, though, than the new one. But I'll tell you what, I am going to sell this guy, and I'm going to probably swap the Cosmic Axes. And then here's the Fallen one next to the Marvel Legends Wonder Man that shares the same body mold, which, by the way, is such an old body mold, right? And then here's the Fallen one next to the Fallen, not to get each other confused, right? The Fallen and then the Fallen one. This one has a 1, this one doesn't. And then for some Herald comparisons, not all the Heralds, but we have the Fallen one and Terrax along next to Firelord, we have Morg, and we have the Silver Surfer, these two from the HasLab Galactus set. And yeah, I think Joey B is the one who was saying that Firelord is too short, and I guess he should be closer to like the Fallen one size, right? I feel like Morg is too short too. He should definitely be closer to Terrax size, right? And then Silver Surfer doesn't bother me that he's this small, but I guess he should be a little bit taller as well. And then here's the Fallen one and the Terrax figures. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Huh, guess Galactus is letting anyone just be a Herald these days, right? Now, Thor is a Herald. We got a Smurf over there as a Herald. And we got a goofy Ghost Rider Punisher as a Herald. I want to be a Herald, huh? Give me a cosmic spatula, huh? I'll be the cosmic big time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I do have more videos coming on the way. I got some cool DC multiverse I want to talk about. Some more Marvel Legends and other goodies. So stick around, and I gotta say, this 2-pack set is feeling a bit lackluster for me. There's just not a whole lot going on here, and I'm glad that I waited to pick this up on sale. It just wasn't a high demand figure for me. Like I said before, and many times over and over again, I love having new characters added to the collection, so that's really the whole reason why I wanted to pick it up. Unfortunate that you had to buy a figure that was already released. Now, for other people, they could be more excited about that, as they may have missed out on the Terrax Build-A-Figure, which came out over 10 years ago. So I can understand how people could be really excited to get the figure that they've wanted for a long time without having to pay scalper prices, plus getting a new character. I could see for some, them liking this 2-pack set a lot more than me. But for me personally, I'm a little bummed out about it, but at the same time, I'm happy to have the new character. Like, I knew what I was doing, and I'm happy that I got it on sale. So the price point of around $70, which is around the price I paid for it, I'm going to give this 2-pack set a Sun rating of...
I'll wait for the Black Friday sale.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see the latest in action figure news or Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on Whatnot. This Thursday, I will be selling the Terrax figure with the Build-A-Figures axe. Sorry I'm swapping like that, but I like my collection looking super fancy. And if not, I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new Sharkness Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,